Dazzling and converging brightness.
Sorry about that.
This was where Professor Anaxa gave us the lesson. I can still see that day in my mind.
And that was your last lesson in the Grove. Now, each of you will head off on your own path. How much the Grove's teachings can help you in the real world depends on how well you can put knowledge into practice. However, heed this warning. If you ever do anything disgraceful out there, don't ever claim you were the student of Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages.
Professor Anaxa, there are still other classes scheduled on the calendar. Are you sure you didn't...
Firstly, call me Secondly, to clarify, the last lesson means the last lesson I will teach you. I will be entering seclusion from today onwards to research ancient alchemy, and all my teaching activities will be put on hold.
Ah, I see. So you're saying that the lessons taught by all the other teachers aren't good enough to be considered lessons?
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a credit deduction, fine enough IDs Elysiae. I have nothing left to say. Next.
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's protocols for a cohort's final class, the lecturer should take some time in that lesson to discuss the students' post-graduation aspirations with them. Surely you can't skip such a...
The teaching assistant, Miss Hyacine, is truly Professor Anaxa's
Fine. Since Hyacynthia insists on this, let's go through the process. Since some of you are so eager to speak, why don't we start with you, Finan of IDs Elysiae? What is your post-graduation aspiration?
Me? Well, it's not exactly an aspiration, but the only thing I want to do is to protect the people I care about.
I see. So you want to be a hero? How boring. Next.
I didn't say...
Castoris, you've been giggling for quite some time. How about you go next?
Perhaps my answer is a bit vague and meaningless, Professor Anaxagoras, but... I hope the world can be freed from the agony of death, so that every living being may find calming peace.
How naive. So naive that it makes me want to weep for your fairy tale. See, this is why I don't want to follow those outdated protocols. All I get are boring answers. Since you suggested this whole process, why don't you wrap this up, Hyacynthia? Share your aspiration with everyone, and let's see if yours stands out.
So it's finally my turn. Good thing I came prepared. My aspiration is nothing less than completing the final blank page at the end of the hero's epic.
Blank page? An interesting description. Do explain, Assistant.
I've read all of Amphorius's heroic epics while studying at the Grove, and a common thread came to my attention. Almost every epic ends with a description of the hero's achievements. but few mention how the everyday people of that time lived. No one recorded the struggles and suffering the commoners endured.
So you're saying that, instead of legendary heroes, you're more focused on commoners living on the peripheries of historical records.
Perhaps I'm influenced by my background. My ancestor, Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight, raised her spear against the sky and ushered in the flame-chasing era that continues to this day. Her story is told to every child descended from the Skyfolk. We have no doubts about Seliosi's greatness, yet her towering figure overshadowed every record from that entire era. What about the Day Thunder Knight's family, allies, and friends? What about the survivors and those who died in the great battles? Whenever I think about their stories by the campfire, I realize the details of those legends have been long lost, and only Seliosi's name remains. Her brilliance had become as blinding as Aquila's, lording over everything on the ground. That's why I'm glad that my era does not lack heroes. All my ancestors had was a sad past, but I have a future I want to protect. Instead of becoming a hero and ushering in a golden deluge to baptize the world anew, I want to stay in the backline and save all the ordinary humans from drowning in the rising waves. What about the Day Thunder Knight's family, allies, and friends? What about the survivors and those who died in the great battles? Whenever I think about their stories by the campfire, I realize the details of those legends have been long lost, and only Seliosi's name remains. I wish not to return to the sky, but to walk among the masses on Earth. I believe it's to include a footnote for the everyday people in its blank page. I'm getting embarrassed from remembering how I said all that, but my beliefs have never changed. Now I really have a chance to stay behind the hero's front line and realize my dream.
Hyacine!
Danny, what are you doing here?
I didn't expect to see you again in the Grove. Finan mentioned you were gearing up for the campaign against Aquila. Are you here too?
You guessed it. To reach Aquila's realm in the sky, descendants of the Sky People must perform a bloodline ceremony, summon the spirits of our ancestors, and get their blessings. That's the only way for creatures on Earth to forge the rainbow bridge to the sky. And the soul of the first ancestor I want to see is here in the Grove.
The rainbow bridge is essential to retrieve the core flame of Aquila, but undertaking such a vital ceremony...
Don't worry. I have little Ika with me. You'll protect me, won't you? Good, Ika. Well, what brings you here, Danny?
I'm collecting as many myths and research about the Titans as I can. Everything about Amphorius is a valuable addition to our databank when I get back to the Astral Express.
Right. If all goes as planned, you and Gray will be able to go home after this mission, won't you?
Yes, assuming we can actually break the curse about worlds beyond the sky.
Oh? Could it be that you too have some kind of
That's not it, but I'm starting to question how real everything is after a conversation with a member of the council.
No, I didn't understand.
Don't worry about it. There's a lot that I still don't understand.
Since we've already met up, why don't you come with me, Danny?
I was thinking the same thing. The Grove is fraught with danger right now. And an extra pair of hands.
That's the dependable express guard for you. The chroma coffer is vibrating. There must be memories of an ancestor nearby.
What's this?
This is the divine object of the Sky People, the chroma coffer. Our ancestors dictated that when a descendant of the Skyfolk is ready to challenge Aquila again, they must first awaken the spirits of their ancestors with the chroma coffer and receive their benediction. Only after this can the chosen Skyfolk reascend to the heavens.
Is it to prevent those who are not qualified from pointlessly losing their lives?
Very prudent, wouldn't you say? The soul of an ancestor slumbers here. Now, I will awaken them.
Right.
I am Hyacine from the Twilight Courtyard, a descendant of the sky who has inherited the duty of flame chase. The time has come to fulfill our clan's destiny. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Who has a...
It's I, Cynthia, a descendant of the Sky People. I apologize for interrupting your slumber. You are Lord Crispus, aren't you? I've read your story in our family tree. You were a righteous judge who vindicated many who were wrongfully accused.
I never imagined someone in this era would still remember my name. So, our bloodline and duty have continued to this distant age.
Indeed, it has. I have awakened you in the hope of receiving your blessing. For the flame chase journey is nearing its perfect conclusion, and retrieving the core flame of Aquila is the final challenge the heroes will face.
Perfect conclusion. Hyacine, you look very young, and you do not have the bearings of a warrior who can contend with a Titan. How can you convince me that this blessing will not turn into a curse, leading... Hyacine, you look very young, and you do not have the bearings of a warrior who can contend with a Titan. A child like you to your demon.
1,000 years ago, Seliosi, who conquered the skies, left behind legends and a will, entrusting the mission to return the Sky Titan's core flame to her descendants. Though I'm not a warrior, I will not turn away from the mission that has flowed through our blood, and I am not fighting alone. I have the strongest and most Amphorius is in an era brimming with heroes. The burden of retrieving Aquila's core flame no longer... I now wield the power of healing. I aim to mend the fissures in the sky and heal the wound. I desire to define the mission of the Skyfolk in my own terms, to conclude the vigil that has spanned millennia.
I sense resilience in your words. Not an outward resilience, but something deep. Receive my blessings, young Hyacinthia. May you gain wings to return to the sky via the bridge of rainbows.
Thank you for your trust, Lord Crispus. We won't.
Well done, Hyde.
Thank you. My ancestors were all pretty strong-willed people. It won't be easy convincing them. I've run through these upcoming conversations in my head more times than I can count.
Well, looks like you're up.
Now, the next ancestor on the list. Her spirit is said to rest in the vortex of Genesis. A pity that the ceremony has to be performed in strict order. Shall we head back to Akama together, Danny?
The vortex of Genesis. I have a suggestion. Remember how you suggested I learn the secret arts of water from Fagusa's priests? I've been practicing that in my spare time and made some progress. Now, as long as I have spirit water with me, I can use those techniques to carve a path directly to the vortex of Genesis.
Oh, I remember. I didn't expect you to keep at it this long. That's so like you, Danny.
Compared to the currents of my home, the waters of Amphorius are rather untamed. Subduing the waters wasn't easy, but I've gotten the hang of it now.
That makes sense. Fagusa was always described as a fickle titan in the myths. Since you're offering, then let me put your skills to the test, Danny.
The spirit water gate formed with this technique isn't as stable as a ritual basin. It'll likely only let one person through. And as Fagusa's priests designed it, the entrance serves as the exit. You'll need to come back through the vortex once you've met your ancestor's spirit. Little Ika and I will be here waiting.
Got it. I'm counting on you, Danny.
Under the raucous steps of their frenzied dance, the roar of celebration hides the world's heartbeat. Spirit water, reveal the way!
The vortex of Genesis. Unbelievable. But this does feel way more disorienting. Wait, is Lady I think I know.
Do you have to go already? It's been ages since...
That's alright, big sister Chibi. I've gotten used to life on the road. Staying in this bustling city actually feels off.
It's been ages since you were last in Akama. You could have taken some time to rest, and we could have caught up.
Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission.
Cut Snowy some slack, Syphie. He's still so young, yet besides, Snowy's not the kind to ask for help lightly. Since he came to you.
You really spoil him, big sis Treeby.
Guess I'm past the age for someone to look after me.
Syphie.
Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma about him. It reminds me of Aglaya in her prime. Anyway, I'm about to head out. Oh, big sis Treeby, before I go, got a little gift for you.
Well, didn't expect.
That's a part of the game, too. If you want to see the full picture of what's inside, you'll have to wait.
A gift with a mysterious twist? Seriously?
Huh? Looks like we have company.
Lady Treby, and this graceful lady. I'm Hyacinthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacine. Pleased to meet you.
Bright and cheery as a lamp. Well, hello there, pink child. I'm Cyphera from the long-fallen city-state of Dolos. As for the rest, it's all in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it here. So, you're from the Twilight Courtyard. Does that mean...
Yes, I'm a descendant of the Sky People, the Chrysos heir about to take over the authority of Sky.
Whoa! That's unexpected. I figured Celiosi's descendant would be, I don't know, taller, stronger.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Syphi. Cinny is a master of her craft. She's the most skilled and dependable physician in all of Amphorius.
Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but I'm confident I can carry out the mission of the Skyfolk.
All this talk about missions, you're making it sound way too serious. You've got to look out for yourself, girl. Don't push yourself too hard. I'd hate to see that cute face all scratched out by Aquila's claws.
Syphi cracking jokes? Looks like you haven't forgotten what Aggie said all those years ago.
Anyway, I've got a mission to handle, so I'll get going.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Syphi. Cinny is a master of her craft. She's the most skilled and dependable physician in all of Amphorius.
Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but I'm confident I can carry out the mission of the Skyfolk.
Good luck, Miss Hyacine. And if things get tough, just let that deliverer take the lead.
Miss Cypher is in such a hurry.
Don't worry, she's always been like that. It's good to have her back in Akama lending a hand. Well, enough about her for now. You're here because of your mission, aren't you, Cinny? It's the perfect opportunity for me to go and tuck Syphi's gift away somewhere safe. The Vortex of Genesis is all yours.
I'm gonna have to sleep soon, so I'm sorry. Spike me, Rob. Peace.